All over the world, numerous amounts of crimes happen in seconds. Some willingly partaking, and some unknowingly. But we will never stop spreading the word until the criminals are captured.
Yeah, but Heather, a 21-year-old man arrived here at this apartment complex after meeting a girl on the dating app Tinder. Mere minutes after entering her apartment, he found himself tied up and bleeding profusely after being stabbed multiple times by a kitchen knife.
Pretty shocking to know somebody lives right around the corner, is capable of doing this.
Lori Gloria says the Hills apartment doesn't typically see a lot of police activity. They were out in force this past Wednesday night. Court records say Colorado Springs police were there to arrest 22-year-old Lauren Dooley on felony kidnapping and assault charges. She's accused of tying up and cutting a man she had just invited over that night.
It scares me. I mean, I saw the gentleman, he was cut pretty good, and to think that somebody could do that is pretty scary.
Police records say Dooley used a kitchen knife to cut the man's shoulder before placing a belt around his neck and choking him for 20 seconds. The arrest affidavit says Dooley even ordered food from DoorDash, warning the victim, quote, "If you scream or say anything, I'll kill you." After Dooley fell asleep, the man was able to break free and run into the parking lot. It's where Gloria found the pair of young adults.
When I came outside, there was a gentleman outside. He was bleeding and he didn't have any clothes on. And there was a young lady standing in front of him. It was pretty scary.
A search of the apartment revealed a kitchen knife, several blood-soaked rags, and blood in the bathroom. Court records say Dooley refused to speak or answer questions from investigators. She also did not answer her door when 13 investigators sought answers from the 22-year-old. Now the tight-knit apartment community can only wait and watch, hopeful that this Tinder terror was a one-off, isolated incident.
This is really unexpected. Like I said, all our neighbors here watch out for each other, so I hope nothing like this happens again.
Oh, I was sitting up talking to my brother homeboy, and he all on the dating sites and shit. And I'm explaining myself why I'm not on the fucking dating sites and why I will never be back on there. So something said, get on Tagged. Now, y'all remember Tagged is a old dating site. So I'm playing around and shit, and I'm like, matter of fact, let me get back on Tagged, because we sitting up here and we reminiscing about all the old dating sites, talking about Black Planet, how it went from Black Planet to MySpace, and on up until now. And so and I think he was actually on POF, and I told him, hell no, that's the one I deleted about 7 years ago. I don't even remember my password, and then so I'd have made a whole new account for Tagged and shit. The first thing that fucking pop up is all these fucking dudes, and I'm like, I just bust out laughing. I said, look at all of them. All of them look low vibrational as fuck. Like, why the fuck would I want to be a part of some shit like this? So immediately I erased that shit, and we was just sitting up cracking up laughing. I was like, look at these mother. He like, shit, you gonna catch that? I'm like, I don't want to catch nothing. That's the thing. I don't want to be a part of this shit. Like, I'm not trying to catch nothing. Fuck around and catch the wrong thing. That's the problem. Catch somebody who fucking putting a fucking knife to my fucking throat. Like, and here we go with this story. This woman knew exactly what she wanted to do the whole time to this man. And that's the crazy part about it. And the more I go on with life, I'm noticing that a lot of shit from people are premeditated. He thinking he finna pull up, have a little drink session, a smoke session, probably get one off, and hopefully probably have another date. And it didn't go that way. And we see this all the time where it typically does not go that way. She had in her mind what she wanted to do to him. When he get here, I'm going to make him stand over here. Because they feel like once they got you in and the door is closed, your guard is down. Because you wouldn't have never came in and allowed me to lock my door if you weren't comfortable, or if you didn't have something in your mind that said that you will be okay and that you could trust me. So she had this plan the whole time, which is sick. Luckily that this man got away. She fell asleep. he noticed that he's tied up, but he noticed the knife at the bottom of her feet, which really she must have been sleeping hard, because somehow he got that knife and was able to cut those things off of him. The article said he accidentally bumped a nightstand table, and that's when she heard it and woke up, and that's when he ran out the house. Must have been sleeping hard, so we don't know what kind of pills. I wonder if she's gonna say she's crazy, she's on pills and all this stuff, she suffered from depression. I wonder if that's gonna be the case, and they probably gonna let her ass get away with it too. But just think, if he wasn't able to get up and get that knife the whole time and get himself a loose, just think what she could have. She probably would have finished him off when she woke up. Because some people do that. They be like, damn, I can't believe I did this, but it's too late now. I know if I untie this person, they probably gonna run and go tell. So she probably would have finished him off. But thank God she wasn't able to. So the article said Dooley, who is the female, became upset that the victim was bleeding all over the bed. So she told him to get into the bathtub. That's a maniac shit. You cut this motherfucker up, you done tied him up, and you threw him in your bed. Now you mad because he's bleeding in your bed? That's some crazy shit, for real. Anyway, y'all, you can't trust these people out here. I'm telling you, this world is getting more and more wicked, and people be really like, oh, I'm not gonna live in fear, you don't have to, but at the same time, you definitely need to be wise. I'm not on nobody's dating site. I don't even care to meet nobody. I'm happy by myself. Even the ones that you come across with where you like, we didn't meet on a dating site, we met in person walking past, you gotta watch out for them people too. But to each his own. Until next time on Crime Stories with Nina, #CSWN. As we continue to pray for the healing of this nation and let God rule and reign, we won't stop fighting, because most of all, we want justice.